All right, so let's cover how I perform a gradient for this little tutorial or walkthrough. And great question, by the way. I am going to be using a square or rectangle with rounded corners. So the easiest way to do a gradient is first to have one color. So let's use blue. And I'm going to fill this square with that blue. Now, the next thing that you would need to do is you got your paintbrush tool, but this the opacity up here, there's two ways you can do this. If you're I feel like the easiest way is by changing the opacity on the layer. My layers are off to the side. I can't really just show it to you right now just because I don't want to turn the camera. But let's see if I can get them in cam. Those over there, yeah, on the edges. So my layers. You can change the opacity there. And what that does is just the visibility of that color through. Now, to do darker gradients, you could use black. To do lighter gradients, you could use white. You can also use any color that you want. For this one, I'm going to change my opacity of the paintbrush to 50%. And I just want you to be able to see this. So I'm also going to make sure that I'm working inside a selected area. And this is just so I don't create a lot of overspray, like things outside of this square. All right. So this is what I do. I take my paintbrush, I got it up to size. As you can see, the gradient or opacity is at 50%. What that is going to splash the screen with 50% of black. As you can see now that's 50% shade. It's just darker. All right. And you could actually go over that again, go over that again, go over that again. And as you can see, all the way until it gets black. And you could do the same thing with white. All right, now this is how you would then create the gradients is by blurring it. So inside of Krita, you have the blur option under filter. So you could use any type of blur. My favorites are just regular blur or Gaussian blur, but regular blur. And it starts off with just like 5 on the horizontal and vertical radius. You'll know what that means if you're inside of this tool. All right, and so I increase it to a point to where the lines blend together. There is that gradient that I'm looking for. As you can see, like as I increase, it goes like they blend together, and I hit OK. And after that, I duplicate the layers so that way any faded, like the edges that were faded, they actually get filled in by that overspray that occurs from the blurriness or the blur that I just I caused. All right, now you see how I just did that. We're gonna take this same concept and apply it to let's just take multiple colors for you, because this was just me using black. All right, so let's just blow this one away. Let's keep on going. Let's try let's do red. Let's actually put red in here. Come on. All right. And I'm going to choose blue as the other color. Same thing, only this time I'm going to show you where I'm going to use 2 layers. So each color is on a different layer. And I'll tilt it over just so you can see, like red is over there, and I'm about to put blue on the other side. And I'm just going to like just paint over it, right? Now, one of those layers have to be blurred out. I usually end up doing both of them, but you can sometimes get away with only doing one. Same thing, going over into blur, and I'm just doing it to an extreme amount. Looks like both of them do have to be blurred out. I'm gonna just apply that same thing, that same percentage. All right, then I combine those layers together so that they become one thing. And then, again, to fill in the excess, I create like multiple layers on the sides, and then I combine them. that's how I do my gradients. And I've done this with, let's see, I can add another color in by adding another layer. So let's just say yellow. I want to add yellow there. I want to add yellow there. I would just add them in, use the blur functionality again, and boom. All I got to do is combine it with the rest of them. And again, I can duplicate so that way that yellow actually becomes bigger. Let's see. Make sure I fill that in first. All right, now I combine them together. All right, boom. So now you see like they're blended. It's not such a hard, like a hard cutoff of those colors. And the better that you, the more time that you take to do this, the better it turns out. All right. So that is my walkthrough, or you know, just my little tutorial on how I perform gradients. And you can apply this in several different tools because a lot of art tools do have the ability to blur. So you just have to know where to blur the lines in order to get and produce the look that you want. That's also what I'm doing on like the outside of my let's just see my art that I've done recently. So let me show you one. So this is the Kansas sticker. And so as you can see, like on the outside, there's this white border. That's actually blurred as well. Like that's how I get that polished edge. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Feel free to ask me any other questions. I definitely appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.